As you probably know, the adoption process is very complex and there are lots of different steps in this. We're going to talk about what some of those steps are in today's video. Hi, I'm Steffany Aye, and if we haven't met, I have helped thousands of families form their families through adoption, and we have a step-by-step process that we take families through to help make the adoption process a lot less overwhelming. So let's talk about what some of the steps are in the adoption process. The first step is research. Research all you can about adoption. Now, I want to caution you about your research and where you should do that. And what I want to caution you about is that there is so much information out there that is overwhelming. A lot of it is contradicting each other and what is being said. So just know that the research part is just the beginning part. But once you've done your research through reading books, through reading blog posts and different things like that, the next step that you want to do is find an adoption professional that you can sit down with and talk to. So, for example, at Adoption and Beyond, we offer free consultations. We do those via Zoom and in person, to where we sit down, we help bring all that overwhelm, and we put it into 6 different categories and the 6 different avenues of adoption. So it's important that you don't do analysis paralysis and get stuck in the research stage, because as I said, you can go down a lot of rabbit holes, and some of them aren't so friendly about adoption. There's a lot of anti-adoption people out there, and they rightfully so have their thoughts and opinions on this, but just know that there are also positive aspects and people out there who see it as a positive thing. So just know that there's lots of different thoughts and opinions that are very polarizing about adoption. So just be careful about your research in terms of not getting sucked in and getting stuck there and not moving forward. So it's best to then take what you've learned and go talk to a professional and have them bring clarity to maybe dispelling some myths that you've had. For example, I had a family in the office here just recently, and they had 2 things that were heavily weighing on them. And once they asked the questions, I dispelled the myths, and you should have seen the relief on their face and the hope that they had that these things that they thought were going to stop them from adopting will not stop them from adopting. So those are some of the first 2 steps that you're going to want to do. 1 is do your research, and 2 is then talk to an adoption professional. And the next step would be to figure out the kind of adoption that you're wanting to do. So as we announced last week, we have an adoption quiz, and I'm going to link to that below. And I encourage you to take this quiz and to find out which of the 6 avenues is the best route for your family. And then you can take that from there and find the right professional that you're going to work with. And then you're going to want to complete your home study. So that is the next step in the process, is the home study process. But you don't want to start the home study process till you know which avenue of adoption you're going to pursue, because the home study is different based on the avenue that you're going to be pursuing. So I don't want to see you waste time and money doing a home study that's not going to fit the kind of adoption that you're going to end up pursuing. Once you decide on the avenue and you decide the adoption resource that you're going to use for your adoption process, domestically, the next step would be to prepare your profile. I highly recommend, this is an adoption book, whether it's physical or whether it is electronical, that you hire a profile expert to do this. Although you could do it on your own, and I have a lot of families do it on their own, and some families do it well, and some families don't do it so well. So it's your first impression, and like I say, or like you've heard, you only have one opportunity to make a first impression. And so the profile is the way that a mama chooses her family, and she's not going to get to know you before she's seen your profile. So I just feel it's just vital that you hire an adoption profile expert to help you do your profile. It's so well worth the investment. This is one area that you don't want to skip out on and try to do it cheaply. So once you create that, and if you're adopting internationally, you're going to do what's called a dossier. So there is steps that happen after the homesteading process or in conjunction with the homesteading process to move on to the next stage. So then the wait. You begin the wait time, and the wait time is the hardest piece. It's hard to say that because the homesteading can seem very difficult, but actually that helps make you feel like you're moving along in the process. It's actually the waiting that is the hardest piece of this process. So you wait until you are placed with a child, and then once you have received placement, you'll complete what are called post-placement visits, and then you finalize your adoption. So those are the steps that you take when you go through the adoption process. So once again, I want to invite you to take our quiz to find out the right avenue of adoption, because that is the first place that you're going to want to start. So I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.